Hey guys, I'm Mark. Welcome to my channel. So I've been getting asked for some time when am I going to start doing YouTube videos, when I'm going to start doing tutorials. So I've decided, do you know what, it's about time I got my finger out my ass and just started doing it. So I thought, what better way to start off than by showing you how I do my complexion every day, because it's certainly something that I get asked a lot. You'll see I do love a good contour, so that's most of what this video is about. And then I will show you in other videos, like a skincare video, an eye video, like favourite products, all that sort of thing. Of course, you know how this thing goes down. So yeah, if you like what you see, please subscribe, get me on Instagram, comment below, but there will be a full products list in the bar below, so you can see everything that I've used anyway. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Okay, so let's just get right into it. So what I've done so far is I have prepped my skin with my skincare regime, which I am going to go through in another video later on, like a skincare favourites video of mine, because it's something that I really am passionate about as a makeup artist. And I have done my eyes, and I have defined in my eyebrows, obviously. I do like a strong brow. Now when it comes to complexion and makeup, I have always been a massive worshipper of primers, but recently for some reason my skin's just not been liking the primers on. I've been getting a build up under the skin. So what I have been using instead of a primer or to prime my skin is the Urban Decay All Nighter makeup setting spray. Now I know that this is originally supposed to go on top of your makeup, but I love it underneath my makeup as well. It doesn't block my skin, and it even says on the bottom, I mean, it says oil free, paraben free, and temperature control technology. Why would I not want that underneath my makeup as well as on top? So it's just refreshing. No, with this, honestly, it's got the most powerful pump. So see if you hold it really close to your face, you proper jerk your face and it takes ages to dry, so do hold it a good arm's length away. I have made that mistake, trust me. So foundation now. I have got my must-have, my staple foundation that I cannot live without. Honestly, I'm on the go constantly with work, and I'm just that sort of person that I do not like touching up my makeup throughout the day. I don't know if it's a laziness thing, but I just think if you do it properly in the morning, you shouldn't have to top it up. So the foundation I go to every day is the Idole Ultra 24 Hour Foundation by Lancome. Now, honest to God, I just worship the way this looks on the skin. I get so many compliments with it. And how I do apply it is with a beauty blender. Now I'm going to use the Real Techniques beauty blender and really just start patting this onto the skin. But I'm not going to lie either, I totally prefer the Dior beauty blender. I think it's a wee bit firmer and it just works better with my skin. But I'm just going to continue on with the Real Techniques one because I was recommended it. We'll see how I get on, and if I don't like it I'll just go back to the Dior one. So I'm just using really big patting motions, getting the foundation onto the skin, and even if I've got a wee bit of fake tan on, I'll still always use a foundation the same colour as my skin, because then I'm going to get a stronger contour later on. So I'm really packing it on there, just keep pressing and pressing until I can feel that it's really smooth on my skin. And don't forget to work it right into the hairline as well. A lot of people forget that. Now one good thing about the Real Techniques one, I suppose, is you've got the flat end, which is really good for pressing onto the flatter areas of the cheek. But with the Dior one it's slightly rounder, so I guess you don't get any lines left in the makeup. So I just keep going in. And one of the things I also really like about this foundation is that you can totally customise how it looks on your skin. So you can either have a fuller coverage, which is totally what I like, I tend to use a good 4 or 5 pumps, to be honest with you. Or you can go in for a much more natural finish and use kind of just 1 or 2 pumps, and it doesn't look heavy on your face. Oh. Here comes the dog, he wants to play, of course. I'm giving something else attention. So he has to come over. What have you got? What have you got? Right, come on, go play. Go play. Good boy. Okay, so now what we're going to do is start illuminating the face, start covering up any dark circles and really lifting the face. And what I use for that is the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in SX01. Now, no word of a lie, I love this product. I've been using it for approximately 11 months now, and I just love the finish it gives my skin. I love the lift it gives my skin, and I love how flawless it makes me look. Let's not lie here. So I just go in, it's a really thick, really creamy product. I just go in with my finger, you can go in with a wee brush if you want, and I just start applying it to either side of the nose, and right up at the top of the cheekbone there. Now you really, really do not need a lot of this product, honestly. A small bit goes a really long way. Okay, so you can see where I've applied that, and take it right up to the top of the hairline. I'm then just going to use the pointed side of my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to start to press that and work it right up to the inner corner of the eye. But I'm not taking it all the way along under the eye to under the lashes. Okay, it's really, really creamy, so I will kind of blend any excess product back up there afterwards. My goodness, I'm so aggressive with how hard I am with the Beauty Blender. Lovely, so right up. And now that I've got some excess products left, I'm just taking that up to under the lash line as well. Now you can really see how that blends out into the foundation underneath. It's just gorgeous. Again, right up to the inner corner of the eye, down around the side of the nose. And you know, if you don't have a beard, I also really love bringing this down to the Cupid's bow as well, so you're getting that extra lift. Lovely. I then just like taking a wee bit of this and pressing it right on to the centre of my forehead. And again, just going in with the pointed side of the Beauty Blender and blending that around, just so I'm starting to get that nice brightness to the forehead as well. And I'll pull that down the centre of the nose. Okay, so that's all blended out. Up from the thick corner of the nose to the top of the hairline, a wee bit around the forehead and down the bridge of the nose. And you know, I really like the glow that it gives my skin. I don't personally like mattifying my skin too much because I don't have oily skin. So if you do have really oily skin, then go ahead and mattify the entire face. But for me personally, I'm just going to use a wee bit of the Dolce & Gabbana the powder soft blush in number 3. And you know, this is just a really, really nice kind of yellow toned powder, but it's not as yellow as a lot of banana powders would be. And I just like using the wee brush that comes with it and sweeping that down the nose, because unfortunately I have got some major man pores. Oh my god. So I'm just really sweeping that down around the nose, and if you want, a wee bit onto the forehead and either side of the nose. And it just really gives you that flawless finish. It will colour correct, but it's not a thick, heavy looking powder. Do you know what I mean? Lovely. So like I said, I do really like that glow to the skin. So what I'm going to use to achieve that, because the foundation I've used is quite a matte finish, so to get the luminous glow that everyone always asks me about, I'm going to use the Tom Ford Skin Illuminating Powder Duo, and this is number 1 in Moonlight. Now, do you know, if you're anything like me, when I first glimpsed this from across the beauty hall, and I was like, oh my god, what is that? I thought it was a contour product. But as I got closer, I was like, no, it's actually an illuminating powder. And it's a bloody gorgeous illuminating powder, I'll tell you that much. So I'm just going to use a large powder brush. This is the Kiko Face Brush number 102. And I'm going to use the lighter colour, because how Tom Ford describes this is that the lighter colour will make you look like you're outside, it will give you that daytime glow, and the darker colour here is a nice kind of champagne-y colour, and that will make you look like you're lit by candlelight, is what he says. So I'm just sweeping a wee bit of this Illuminator almost everywhere that I put the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. Just really nice big sweeping motions. But warning, if you do get oily skin, this is not the technique for you. Use a mattifying powder, okay? Lovely, just really big light sweeping motions. And instantly you can see the way it's starting to make my skin look a lot smoother, a lot more lifted. So now what I want to do is start to kind of accentuate my cheekbones. Now, I do obviously have a beard, so if you're a girl or you're a guy who doesn't have a beard, you would still do this technique anyway. So what I'm going to do is just lift underneath where I would want my contour to be, which for me is just along my beard line, but it would still be in roughly the same place if you didn't have facial hair. And what I use for this is the Kiko pencil. Now it does come with a matte side, which is what I use. Obviously it's almost finished, and it comes with a illuminating side as well. Okay. Now I'm just going to use the matte side, and I'm literally just going to trace it up underneath my cheekbone. Like so. Now you can either use the pointed side of your beauty blender, so it will still have a small amount of the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer on there, and you can just lightly start to press and it will blend that out. I kind of blend it up the way, to be honest with you, so that you're going to get a softer finish when you do add your shading colours. Okay, so I blended out both sides there, and you'll see instantly it starts to define the shape of the face. So now on to the fun part, which is the contour. So I do use a couple of products for this. Trust me, I have got every single contouring product on the market. I've been there, I've tried it. Personally, I don't really like contouring with 3 different shades of foundation. I find it takes ages, and I just don't find it lasts as long on my skin type. So I do prefer giving my lift with the lighter colours, which are creamier, and then using powder contour products. Now, there's a million videos out there on Anastasia. I've got that contour product, of course, but recently what I've really been loving is the Smashbox contour palette. Now, it's really easy. It comes with 3 colours. You've got your cool tone, your warm tone, and a kind of banana powder, I suppose. So it's just a lighter highlight colour, but it is pretty matte. Okay, so I don't really use this too much. Sorry, I'm glaring the light into the camera. So what I do with this is I'm just going to mix the cool tone and the warm tone together to start to map out where I want the definition in my face. Now to do this, the brush I'm going to use is actually an older Lancome brush, but you'll see it's fan shaped, it's quite flat and it's angled, and I just find it gives me that really nice sculpt. So if you can find a flat angled brush that's quite big, definitely pick it up because it's great for contouring. So I'm just going to mix the 2 colours together, pat off the excess. I kind of press my finger into the base just so that I'm keeping the brush nice and flat when I'm contouring. and then I literally just map out underneath the cheekbone. Now what you'll see, even though I'm making an absolute ridiculous face, is that when I contour, I don't use big sweeping motions. By God, I see girls doing that all the time, and I think it just gives you a really, really nasty effect. So when I'm applying my contour, especially when I'm mapping it out, I'll just press and I'll flick it up the way. That way I've got more control over where the product's going to go and how hard or soft the contour is going to be. So I do press a wee bit harder up at the top of my cheekbones and the hollows, just where I want a deeper contour, and then I kind of loosen off the pressure as I get further down. Okay, I'm then just taking a wee bit of both those colours, and we're working it onto the temple and just up into the hairline. Oh, my hair's getting in the way here. Great. So again, I'm just pressing it on. I'm not sweeping it up, because I'm just going to have a mess. I'm going to have no control over what I'm doing with the product. Now, surely you can see the difference there. So let's just quickly do the other side. Okay, so now of course we need to contour the nose. And when I do this, do you know, I just use the same brush if I'm in a hurry, and I just kind of press a wee bit harder and sweep it down. Or if you want more of a defined contour, then what I use personally is the Blank Canvas Cosmetics F10 brush. Now you'll see with this, it's just a dual fibre brush, but it's kind of got a really nice point to it at the end. Blank Canvas are this Irish independent brush brand, and you know, the quality of their brushes are just so nice. I picked a few up there when I was overworking, and oh my God, I just love them. So I'm taking a wee bit and I'm just sweeping down from the brows. Now it is important that you have powdered your nose before you start to contour with darker colours, because it'll just sit in the pores otherwise. Perfect. So anyone that knows me knows that I love a good contour. So you can either go on, apply a wee bit more product with the Smashbox, but because I always wear a wee bit of fake tan, what I'm going to use is a MAC blusher, and the colour of that one is Swiss Chocolate. Now it is just a really kind of warm toned, darker blush. But you know, I just find if you take a very small bit, pat the excess off, and go right into the hollow, and a wee bit extra on the temple, it just catches the light to give you that depth in the right areas. A very small amount now, okay, otherwise it can start to look a wee bit dirty, I suppose is the word. Lovely. So now on to the fun bit, and by God is this what I'm known for, and that is the highlighter. Now I honestly own every single highlighter out there. I have a passion for good highlighters. And I've got my staple highlighter, which I'm going to show you today. It's the one I use every day, and it's the one I literally get asked about on a daily basis. What highlighter are you wearing? And then I've got a new one that I'm going to try out today as well. So my ultimate favourite highlight on the market is, it's a drugstore highlighter, would you believe? And it is the Mary-Louminizer by the Balm Cosmetics. Now, looking at it, it doesn't overly look anything special, but my god, let me swatch it for you. Can you see that? It just gives you that gorgeous glow. It's so pigmented, but it's not glittery, it's not bitty, so you can get that gorgeous luminosity to your skin without it being obvious that it's a powder that's doing it. So I'm just going to take the MAC 168 angled brush, a small amount because this is really pigmented, and just kind of run it right up the top of the cheekbones. Now, if you're not wanting too strong of a contour, you can literally just catch the bone under the eye here at the top of the cheekbone. But if you're like me and you want to be highlighted for the gods, then you can pull your highlighter right up to the hairline. So you're totally accentuating that cheekbone. I'm putting such a small amount of pressure with my brush, I'm just kind of tickling that highlight on. Because I love my highlighter, I'm going to pop a small bit onto the centre of the forehead and the tip of the nose. Now, sure you can see that glow there. Gorgeous highlighter. I praise you, the Balm Cosmetics. So the new highlighter I'm going to try, and this is something I always do, I never just wear the one highlighter, I always wear two. And I'm going to go a very similar highlighter to the Balm Cosmetics one, but it is Becca. And it's not Champagne Pop, it is Moonstone. And the reason when I saw this the other day that I wanted to try it is because it's basically just a lighter version of the Mary-Louminizer that I've just put on, so I thought the two kind of golden tones would work really well together. I'm just going to take the Inglot Large Shadow Blending Brush 6SS, you'll see there. I'm just taking a small bit onto the tip, and I'm literally just going to brush a bit extra highlight to catch the cheekbone there, so it's a wee bit lighter where I want it. And this is what I always do, this is what I always get asked about on my Instagram pictures, is why are your cheeks so highlighted? What is that you're using? It's amazing. This is the sort of technique that I do. Double highlight, people. Lovely. Do you know what I'm also going to do is take just my wee MAC pencil brush, a wee bit of that Becca, and because we're here, I'm just going to highlight my arch with it. Because I forgot to do that earlier anyway. Oh my god, I just love it. And we'll put a wee bit on the inner corner as well whilst we're here as well. Oh, there we go. There we go. That is some highlight. Okay, so to finish that off, we're going to go back to where we started, and I'm just going to use some of the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray to make sure that this is held in place. Lovely. Yes, so I'm just going to go and finish my makeup. I'm just going to pop a wee bit of eyeshadow underneath the eyes, and I'll be back in 2. Yeah, so there it is, guys. That's how I do it. That's how I get my contour every day. So all I done was nipped off, pulled some eyeshadow underneath my eyes, let the old mane down. And yeah, I'm sure you'll all agree that I've got a good contour, but it's not looking dirty. Yeah. So if you like what you see, then please subscribe, comment below, get me on Instagram. Yeah, and I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video. See you later. Bye bye.